Hi, hope you're doing well today. I'm back again with episode number 8. And this episode, I'll be talking about relationships. Back in the late 90s, I used to write series of articles that were published in a Freak magazine in Chicago. I believe these articles were good enough that all the articles found themselves in a book that was published by a friend, late Mr. Joseph Gould of New Orleans. And he titled the book, Brothers Together, Lessons Learned That Have Anchored Our Souls. I think it's, in life and in business life, you go through so many experiences that when you have time to think, certain topics come to you and you think about it, and you have any experience or any ideas or thoughts, then you pen it down, not only for yourself, but also to help others that might have thought about the same idea. So the topic that I chose in this particular article was relationships, the keys to life's abundance. Since this is in the book, I will have to read what I wrote, and every now and then I might stop and interject, but this will be a reading from the book topic, Relationships, the Keys to Life's Abundance. Relationships form the foundation and comprise the essence of true successful living in this world. In business, marriage, friendship, religion, career, and self, success by whatever definition is directly dependent on the relationships you choose to establish. How do you define relationship anyway? Relationship is simply defined as a connection or association between two or more individuals. It involves mutual understanding, trust, and communication between the parties involved. It can vary in nature and may include friendship, romantic partnerships, family ties, professional collaborations, and religious ties. Therefore, even in Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, and other religious beliefs have lessons and examples of the importance of relationships and their effect on our lives. The Bible talks about love thy neighbor as thyself. Do unto others as you want done to you. The Buddhists teach the law of karma, or what goes around comes around. The Quran teaches brotherhood, humility, and submission. The Ashantis of Ghana, considered one of the greatest empires in African history and known practitioners of democracy prior to Western civilization, always had the mission statement, Nkamumu ne nkoswo. Nkamumu ne nkoswo, translated as, in unity is the ultimate strength and triumph. Even in physics, the primary law is to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Or in chemistry, we hear about pH balance, meaning a system operates at its optimum level at certain equilibrium. What is common in all of the above examples is that success or positive results in everything we do is directly proportional to the positive relationships we create or establish with that objective. Of course, life is not fair, and we cannot expect all our desired results just because we think we have done our part in the relationship. But this is all the more reason why relationships must be taken as seriously as anything we do in our physical lives. In my business life, my company longevity is only a reflection of the nurtured relationship we establish with my family, partners, employees, customers, friends, and of course, myself. I remember very well in our early part of our business life, one of our technical consultants said to my partner and I, "You guys are too nice." We took it as a compliment, but as the years have gone by, I believe our success and survival can be equated to that comment. That is, we've established and nurtured good relationships along the way. Here are my perspectives on successful relationships as I have learned, observed, and lived them. Relationships have to be segmented at first and then made to function as a whole. Thus, one has to look at relationship in terms of self. Know and respect yourself, that is. Others, that is family and friends. Spiritual, that is God or the divine creator. Business, that is employees, customers, products. Family, as women, men, children. Partnership, environment, and so on. The essence of segmentation is to isolate the strengths and weaknesses of the relationships and proceed to take corrective actions that make that portion of the relationship thrive. Since I have postulated that relationships form the essence of our existence, I submit to you that a true relationship is possible if one consistently works to achieve an equilibrium in those areas. Relationship with self. Unto thy own self be true. The Bible teaches us how profound. To understand yourself, you must accept, respect, love, analyze, and fully take responsibility for your actions. Only then can you extend yourself to succeed in a meaningful relationships. Realize that your true happiness is entirely dependent on you and your reaction to any situation. It has been my motto, which I share with my partner. I would rather put it on your mind than mine. I would rather put it on your mind than mine. Meaning, my mind and actions will not be controlled by someone else's actions or behavior toward me. Understanding that all the goodness, the riches, the dreams, love, and happiness are within us because of the God within us. We see what we see and we hear what we hear as a result of the relationship that we have with ourselves. Without introspection of self, we delegate all our relationships to forces outside of our control, setting ourselves up for failure. In building a relationship with self, one must learn to live compassionately. Simply, one has to practice empathy. That is, always put yourself in the other person's position before reacting. As you become humble, so do you become tolerant, patient, truthful, and understanding. The tools for establishing better relationships. Remember, a humble person never talks about self, but rather listens. That's why I always have this saying, listen more, talk less, react less, and observe more. That's another way of saying the same thing I just said. Once relationship with self is mastered, all other relationships become relatively easy since they follow the principles above. Spiritual relationship. For brevity, remember that a spiritual relationship recognizes the power of faith in the omnipotent and the need of prayer and meditation as a means for self-actualization and inner harmony. Again, this principle is essential for projecting other successful relationships. Business relationship. Such a partnership thrives on trust, respect, openness, commitment, compromise, belief in a common goal, and truly being each other's keeper. A successful partnership, whether it's in business or marriage, is as satisfying as any other life accomplishment since it perpetuates the art of mastering self. As this translates to employees, it means mentoring, directing, coaching as a means of establishing a meaningful relationship to achieve corporate success. Relationship with the sexes. The art of establishing a successful relationship other than with self depends largely on relationship with the sexes. Recognizing the differences among males and females and the impact of these differences on relationship determines our success rate in a marriage and true friendship. As I found out in my 22 years of marriage at the time I wrote this article, our relative success has been a function of consistent compromise, sharing fairly, predictability, friendship, responsibility, and the willingness to be the fall guy if necessary. As an African, married to an African American at that time, it takes an external effort to maintain a relationship given the diverse cultural backgrounds. Succeeding each year only reinforced the joy of mastering the art of relationships and realizing that all is possible in this world if we can truly understand the meaning of relating. Let me end by saying that relationship is a very complex word to explain, although we have an inherent understanding of its importance. That's what I wrote on relationship. And as I reflect now, it's kind of nice to know that when you build a good relationship with yourself, it translates into everywhere you go. People are happy to see you. They know that you're straightforward. They know that you're honest. They know that you're sincere. They never hear you talk about anybody else. They never hear you gossip. You always have kind words to say to people. You share. If you have knowledge to share, you share. Because remember that I said before that my purpose in life has always been to make the other person better. That's because I believe I have a good relationship with myself. So sharing or exposing myself to others is no biggie, because you do it knowing that it's the right thing to do. Some people call relationship the mastering of networking. Networking is important. How do you build a network if your relationship with others are not bad? So if you're going to build a good relationship, I've read what I've said, always have a good relationship with yourself first. Believe in yourself, trust in yourself, be confident in yourself, be honest with yourself, be sincere with yourself. And wherever you're in a situation, just be yourself. Let your aura around you shine without even saying a word. Let your smile tell us a lot of story about you. Let your kindness, your gentleness reflect on who you are. And always remember that we all can be better for one another and live in a perfect world, especially in business. Your customers will love you when they know that you really care for them through a better relationship. So I end here with this episode by going back to what I said in the beginning. 3 keys to happiness. What did I say? Find something to do, find something to love, find something to look forward to. Also, let me repeat another thing that I say. Do all you can while you can. Have a blessed day and peace.